here we are the day after the Philadelphia Eagles get eliminated from the playoffs. And there's a lot of different ways I'm hearing Eagle fans across the world are feeling. And we going to talk about that. But I got to say, I thought we had a puncher's chance, and I was wrong.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today, we got a lot to talk about. The season is officially over, and the way we went out to me was pretty darn embarrassing. We're going to talk about how a lot of people feel. I want to know how you feel. And of course, you're going to get my take on the game. But before we get into it, Eagle Nation, help your boy out and hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new, and ding that notification bell so you know when these videos drop. I just got to start with this because the 15 points we scored were in garbage time. And this is how I felt the majority of this game because it says 5 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock, but Tampa had the ball. Before we actually put up 7 points, we were into the fourth quarter. It took us 3.5 quarters to muster up a touchdown or any type of points on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, whose defense is not that good. Even that third-ranked rush defense is flawed because 4 out of the last 6 games, they allowed opponents to run for 100-plus yards. We reverted back. When you look at the box score of a early Philadelphia Eagles game, you know what it looks like? Like this. Jalen Hurts leading the way in carries. Boston Scott 1 carry. Sanders 7 carries. Gainwell 1 carry. You know why it looks like this? Because Jordan Howard wasn't on the roster from week 1 to week 6. And it looked like he wasn't on the roster last night. Yes, he got in the game. He played 14 snaps. 14. Out of 66 snaps, he was in for 14, and it was really only for blocking. He caught a ball. He did not rush at all. At all. So it looked like week 1 through 6 type of box score. And then when you look at what Jonathan Gannon did, he let Brady do exactly what he wanted to, right? Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different players for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers call passes. 9. 9 players. And the one thing that everybody that subscribes to this channel knows we had to do, right? There was one thing we knew we had to do. Put Slay on Mike Evans. Let him shadow like he did DJ Moore, like he did Elijah Moore, like he did a couple times with Terry McLaurin last year, right? He can shadow. Jonathan Gannon got to know it. He didn't use it much this season, but you got to put your best player on their best player. And although we were worried about Gronk, you can flow coverage and bracket him. He only had 5 catches for 31 yards. Mike Evans, 9 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown. And I saw multiple times Slay wasn't on him. Slay playing 12 yards off. It is just absolutely disgusting to know that Gannon heard us, heard the media, and still went out and played the same way. Now, I do got to say, in the third and fourth quarter, the defense got some stops. We made them punt 3 to 4 times, and that may be all you can get when you go against Tampa Bay, because Tom Brady's that good. But I don't understand why we died by the same thing that killed us multiple times. Once again, 78% completion percentage, 8 incompletions, and that was because some of the receivers were just dropping balls. That's crazy. But we can't just talk. You name a person on the Eagles, and we can physically talk about him. Jalen Hurts, horrible game. Nick Sirianni, horrible game. Jonathan Gannon, horrible game. Dallas Goedert, you can't drop open passes. Horrible. Jalen Rager, I'm tired of saying his name. And I used to be a fringe try to protect this man. It's over. I don't want to see him suit up in a Philadelphia Eagles jersey ever again. I just don't. Maybe I'm still in my feelings. Maybe I am. But to not be able to catch punts, not be able to make the smart decision. Oh, it's windy. That's why I dropped it. Well, then don't go to it, right? It's windy. Let the ball bounce. You're doing every other play, right? If it's too windy, don't field it. Should I kind of want to call fair catch, I kind of not. It's windy. I'll still try to make a risky attempt on it. And then you do that, right? And you have the audacity to fumble another one in the fourth quarter. Yeah, you got it. You ran backwards, blah, 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 blah. Listen, running backs, ex quarterbacks for the Philadelphia Eagles return punts and kicks. You can't field it? You can't catch it. I mean, a punt is the easiest form of a catch that you can get in the NFL. It's the easiest one. That's why running backs do it. That's why receivers who don't get playing time do it. And you can't even do that right. Now, I'm not giving up on Jalen Hurts. I've seen progression throughout the year, but it is concerning because that's a blueprint. Another blueprint type game, putting it out there so that if teams really want to stop the Eagles next year, maybe they look at this and then maybe Jalen Hurts don't have the same success via the ground, via some of his passes that I saw him get progression on because I thought he was staying in the pocket more. I thought he was being more accurate. He wasn't accurate, and he was leaving the pocket. He had Dallas Goedert open. He had Jordan Howard open. He had Quez Watkins open, and he elected to go with the harder pass. Listen, the facts are the facts. Whether he was nervous in his first game, like Lamar Jackson was, or like Dak Prescott still is, right? Because Prescott, 23 of 43, 258 for Hurts, and 23 of 43, 254 for Dak. Same the guy, 6 years later, right? Um, it's just wild. And I can't even let the offensive line off the hook. That's been a staple of our team the whole year. And they were getting beat up front. Beat up front. Like I said, Nick Sirianni tried to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the playoffs with bubble screens. Bubble screens, bubble screens. Now, I did want them to run outside because I thought they were weak there. But if it wasn't working, you didn't have to go away from the run. You could have tried to run some up the middle, right? We abandoned the run. And I know Jalen Hurts had to throw. I was expecting 25 to 30 throws, not 43. And I know you're going to say, and I said it too, well, we're going to have to start throwing more because we can't stop Brady, right? 17 nothing. Just the predictability of Nick, Gannon, Hurts, this Philadelphia Eagles team. We were What did we do in week 1 through 6? Not run the ball and be penalized like a mother bleep. Same thing. Same thing. See, a puncher chance is what I thought we had. I saw Tampa Bay get less talented. I saw the Eagles get guys back. I know we lost Josh Sweat. Shout out to him. But I seen things that made me think we got a puncher's chance. 4 out of the last 6 games are letting over 100 yards. We got it. Let's play to our strength. And Jalen Hurts rise to the occasion. Nick Sirianni, Gannon has to change it because he did change it when we were going against bad quarterbacks. But now we physically know he only plays that style of defense against that style of quarterback. He will not, I repeat, not ever, ever switch it up. When you're going against a B-plus quarterback or better, he's going to play soft zone. It's facts. It's written in stone. It can't be changed. It's who he is, and it's why he got to go. Everybody on this team just reverted back to the worst version of themselves. First quarter and a half, Devontae Smith don't get a target. Rager continuing to return punts and get on the field after blowing this game even wider open for the Bucs. I just don't really understand what I watched. And I want to be proud of this team and say 9 wins, we overachieved. But the taste in my mouth Pause. Is horrible. I don't there's not one person and I'm like, "Oh, wow. I like what he did. We can roll it over." What am I supposed to That was absolutely embarrassing. You could have lost any other way. If you would have showed me some resemblance of the tough Eagles team that I thought we were, that had a puncher's chance, prepared, not that many penalties. Discipline, not that many turnovers. Creative, not just bubble screens. Tough, not playing 10 yards off. You showed me why we were 2-5. So now I got to sit in a whole off season and not think about, hmm, week 6 was better because we did battle back, not just in the fourth, but the whole second half. The third and the fourth quarter in week 6, we battled back against Tampa Bay and the Buccaneers, and they were far more talented. We were a Denard Avery Tannen call and an ice past Antonio Brown away from really getting the ball back with a shot. We had no shot this game. We played our worst game as a collective group in the biggest moment. And I understand 9 wins is an achievement. I understand getting to the playoffs is an achievement. But when you collectively play your worst game after sitting your starters, having 2 weeks to really fully woo-saw about this game, and this is what we get. You know what I mean? So it's the day after. I took off of work for this. That's why you're gonna get this probably around 12 o'clock, 12:30. I need more time before I can be on the, you know what? It's all right. Because every single thing that I thought we kind of got better at throughout the season, and it's not just playing bad teams, because we played better in the loss to Herbert. You know, this was our worst game. It's equivalent to me to the stinking Giants game. Here's the difference: you play your worst game against the Giants, they are so bad that you're still in the game to the bitter end. You play your worst game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, you don't have a shot outside the first quarter. Let me know in the chat. Again, I'm still in my feelings. I mean, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Y'all see me in the play-by-plays. This is who I am. Now, once we get to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, next week, 2 weeks from now, I can settle my feelings from it and maybe talk about stuff like this. Because I was going to pull this up, and we're only going to jump into it a little bit. Free agents, unrestricted free agents, and restricted free agents. The difference is we got to re-sign the unrestricted free agents while they can look out. And the restricted free agents, we get the first shot at them. So it's Kelsey, McLeod, Harris, Barnett, Nelson, Kerrigan, Ridgeway. Off top, I want Kelsey back, and I got to see about everybody else. I got to see the price and for how long. Restricted free agents: Boston Scott, Singleton, Ward, Avery, Herbig, Kroom. I want Herbig definitely back. Maybe Scott, depends. I don't know. But we're going to be talking about a lot of different things. We'll talk about in-depth stuff on Gannon, Nick, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, Jalen Rager. We'll break down film throughout the season, the good, the bad. We got free agent talk, trade talk, people we should go sign talk, and we're going to have draft profiles. And so if you follow me on Twitter, at Philly_Mike25, or as we start getting into the draft profiles, if you got a deep wide receiver, a deep cornerback, deep linebacker, defensive end, if you got somebody that you want me to look at, let me know. And then what I try to do is I'll check his highlights, of course, but everybody has good highlights. So I try to watch 1 or 2 of his worst games recommended and 1 or 2 of his best games recommended. Because I like to see these players when they're at their worst, because I want to know if they can overcome it. Guys like Jalen Rager and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside haven't overcame it. Don't think they will. But all that being said, let me know all your thoughts in the comment section. We love our team and we bleed for our team. We're an emotional fan base because we love them. So let me know if I'm a little bit too emotional. Let me know your thoughts. Future, present, past. I love hearing from you, Eagle Nation. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out.